You pass your mother's vanity at night, thunder rumbling in the distance, and the power is out. Something pulls your gaze to the angled mirror. At first, it looks like a shadow, tall, impossibly thin, standing just behind you. But you didn't hear anyone come in. The figure doesn't move, doesn't breathe, just stands there in the glass like it's been waiting. Then you hear a crack of lightning. In that single flash, the room brightens and you see its mouth. Rows of jagged, broken teeth stretched into the widest smile you've ever seen. Today, we test the believability of the creature in the vanity.
Welcome to Believing the Bizarre,
Where we dive into the unknown and the unusual.
and tell you whether or not we find it believable.
That's right. Happy Tuesday. A new episode of Believing the Bizarre from the Bizarre Boys. I am a wee bit under the weather.
I think it sounds good. I think you sound manly, fatherly. I like it.
Transparency. The only reason we do throwback files is because I want you guys to be able to hear how much my voice has deepened since 2020. And now
I've
it's just
changed so much.
Now I'm not as deep, and you can attest to this. Not as deep as when we were going to West Virginia.
Yes, no, I know. Yeah,
That was like
you were a different planet of kind of sick.
Yeah, I'm not that sick. I do have a cough drop in my mouth,
Which
so
is good,
it'll be
good
clanging
to have.
around my teeth like a pinball throughout the episode.
Be
So
fine. You won't even notice.
look forward to that. Noah, our video editor, if you if I have a coughing fit or if I have to blow my nose, please
Keep
take it
it.
out.
Keep it.
Please take it out. But yeah, super excited about today's episode. It's listener submissions. We got 3 stories for you today. But before we move on to that, I do want to thank our newest patrons, Bill, Linda, Anton, and Tito. Thank you so much for supporting the podcast, joining us on Patreon, getting that new content every single Wednesday and Friday, including last week, which was our very first ever live and bizarre, assuming it actually went well and happened. We're recording this prior.
This is the day of.
You know, if like my laptop explodes, then, you know, I can't control that.
Boy, that'd be pretty
But-
sad, huh?
Yeah, it would be very sad. Hopefully we'll get through this episode at least. Just a reminder, I know we've really been harping on this, but we do have a live show June 13th in Ada, Ohio with Cryptid of the Corn podcast. Those guys are awesome. It's a homegrown
This is
show.
our first one, though, for us. Like, this is
Ever.
inaugural. Like, smash a champagne bottle on us. You know, we're a ship departing.
And you know what? It's like that's when you work the kinks out. Like, obviously we're sitting down here.
Oh, it's going to be kinky.
There's never been a chance for us to trip and fall during a live show until this one.
There should be like a FanDuel, like, what are the odds Charlie's going to fall? The odds are pretty high.
Minus 200.
It's pretty high.
Listen, I've seen Charlie take a tumble. His ankles, man. I don't know what you
Made of glass.
Yeah, his ankles ain't there, man. It's all good though. By the way, lingering question. We got to go all the way back to the Owl Man, which my computer corrected as oil man.
Oil man.
The oil man.
Oil
The
man.
oil tycoon. Is that man interdimensional?
It's just the Monopoly mogul.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
Corned Beef said, the town crier bit in the beginning had me actually laughing out loud. You guys are great. Lingering question. I think it's absolutely possible for Owlman to be interdimensional. Just the fact that he can disappear while being a large flying creature gives credence, in my opinion.
I like that a lot. It's a good answer. I think he's more interdimensional than Bigfoot. It makes more sense to me.
Well, it's not a competition.
All right.
Not a competition.
All right. I won't pit them against each other.
Aaron says, no, I think he just big sneaky.
I like that a lot.
And Cracking Cans Cast said, I would lean toward more of a guardian of the land, of the church, maybe.
Oh, it's very, very theistic of them.
Right. So we got 3 stories for you today. Let's jump into them. Story number 1. This takes place in 2021 at the Stanley Hotel. Can you tell us what you know about the Stanley Hotel?
Stanley, I'll tell you what, Stanley Yelnats is the main character of Holes, but the Stanley Hotel, that is based off the Outlook Hotel for The Shining. It is
Well, I think the Outlook is based on, but I know you.
Other
mean.
way?
I know. Yeah, I know.
Other
you
way
mean.
around.
You're correct in what you're saying.
Yes. And, who's the guy? Jack Torrance?
Jack
So that's
Torrance,
where Jack Torrance tried to kill his
Nicholson,
wife. Not life. Wife.
and son.
And son.
Everyone.
He
was
did
tripping.
kill that black guy.
So, and this is brought to us by E. Their name is not E. They asked to be called E. Because they didn't ask to go anonymous, I didn't make it Sophia.
I say, call me E.
I gave them their wish of naming them E.
E's a good letter. It's a fifth, right?
Early, yeah. Yeah, 5th draft pick.
Don't want E.
Giants.
Don't want E on the report card, though.
Error or incomplete? What does that mean?
E is a fail, right?
Is that incomplete?
No, it's a fail.
Is that I?
I is incomplete.
Why not give them an F? Is that one step beyond F?
F or E. I've seen both. It depends on the school, I think.
Dude, you just look at your test and you got a fucking H on it. You're like,
see me after class, bro.
I don't know what this means. So E and her mom went on a trip together for her birthday to the Stanley Hotel. Happy birthday.
Birthday.
Their room was on the 4th floor, which allegedly was the most haunted floor of the hotel. I can't.
Is that where the naked lady is in the bathtub?
No, that's where the Russian bear guy was with the business gentleman.
That was a crazy scene.
A couple drinks and
yeah.
The day they got there, after they arrived and got situated, their bathroom light started flickering for 1 to 2 minutes.
There's not to cut you off. There's an actor had a really insane encounter here. Ran out of it. I want to say it's like
Bob Marley.
No. No, the dude from Zoolander.
From Night at the Museum, Ben Stiller.
Ben Stiller. I think Ben Stiller had an insanely haunted encounter here, ran out in the middle of the night, and never went back.
Wow.
I think that's right. If it's not, please let me know.
And if it was Owen Wilson, what would he say?
Wow.
Yeah. So the next day, E and her mom had just come back from shopping and were wandering around some places in town. They were pretty tuckered out, so they decided to just play some cards and watch a show on TV.
Sounds nice.
As her mom got up to go to the bathroom, E swore that she heard a little girl giggle and say something that she couldn't quite decipher. And again, this is just her and her mom in the room, so there's no one nearby. These aren't like the paper thin walls where you hear someone in the other room. So she's confused, but she's like, you know what? I wasn't really paying attention to the show. It must have been the show. So she grabs the remote, and you can do this in the 21st century. She rewinded it.
Okay, sure.
And played it back. And there was a man talking. There was no little girl giggle in the show.
Okay.
Another creepy moment that happened with E and her mom, and they had a friend that they met there in Colorado. They were going up the elevator instead of the stairs. I like how she says instead of the stairs. Obviously.
Taking the stairs.
Obviously. And all 4 of them started smelling smoke. Like, not like cigarette smoke. The way they identified it was like cigar smoke.
Okay.
And apparently the hotel has a very strict no smoking rule.
Sure. Most hotels do.
Mm-hmm. And then as soon as they got to their floor and it opened, the smell was completely gone.
Interesting.
And they didn't smell it again the whole time in the stay.
Interesting. I like the smell quite a lot. As a former smoker, I used to smoke cigars.
Well, you can still do cigars, right?
You shouldn't really do tobacco in general.
Yeah, but for some reason, cigars slide through.
Well,
not for me, but
it's because it's the process of smoking them because you don't inhale them. You kind of just do it in the mouth, and then
you do some mouth stuff with that cigar.
You do.
I'm 34, and I've never gotten a tattoo, and I've never smoked anything in my life. Now it's just competition.
Yeah, it's how long you can go.
Yeah,
break the streak.
On my deathbed, I'm gonna be getting a tattoo, and you can give me a cigar.
It sounds nice. Yeah, ain't no way. No way I'm going to be outliving you. That's crazy. That's silly. That's a silly thought.
I was talking to Noah.
Well, yeah, he'll probably outlive us. He'll outlive.
So later that night, E and her mom went on a ghost tour, and E was really excited about it and decided to take some videos.
Cool.
Which is what you should do.
At the Stanley.
Well, anywhere you ghost tour, right?
Yes, I was going to say anywhere. Don't do it anywhere.
In the bathroom.
This is a Holiday Inn.
Red Roof wouldn't care.
No.
So she was up on this little upstairs area where Mrs. Stanley and Mr. Stanley sat to watch performances. Like apparently he built it just for them or her.
That's an in-home movie theater before they had in-home movie theaters.
Yeah, it was home theaters.
Yeah, home. Yeah.
For some strange reason, on the video the lights were flickering, and so in real life they saw no flickering. But in the camera, they saw flickering. Before we get to the discussion, I do just want to kind of say that I feel like that's a normal thing.
Lights flickering on camera?
Yeah, I feel like on camera sometimes, like maybe if it's LED or I'm not a light guy, but I feel like I've seen instances where if you're looking through a camera, it'll be like a different light color or it'll flicker. And when you're just looking at it, camera people, let me know. And I'm not trying to already shoot this down. As soon as I read that, I'm like the giggling.
It's not the strongest evidence. There's stronger evidence here already.
Is it stronger than the cigar smoke? Yeah. So that's really it. They didn't know what to make all of it. They got the little girl. They got the lights flickering. They got these lights that were flickering in the video
Okay.
camera. It's a very safe experience.
Yeah.
It's a nice haunting experience where you never really feel threatened,
Yeah.
but you always have a story about seeing something creepy at the Stanley Hotel.
No one got hurt, and that's what you really want.
Except for the person who died in the elevator with the cigar.
That's
It was
sad.
like a real person. Like, wait. So that's E's story.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a safe haunting. That's what you really want. But also, I would want something more extreme, I think. I'd want to see something. I want to see a full body apparition.
A full body?
I do.
From a distance, like a tornado.
Not even that far. Pretty close. You know what experience I want?
What does Charlie want?
Like the one from the lighthouse. The St. Augustine story. We're on the tour where they go upstairs and the lady's in the corner.
Oh, yeah.
And then they tell me later that no one was actually up there. I want that.
I know. Like, who's on the corner? It's just like close zoom shot. There's no one in the corner.
Yes. I want to live that.
Do you want to see a tornado from a distance?
No. What? No.
Okay.
That's you.
All right, let's move on to our second story. My throat is still holding up.
Good.
So. And this is from Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
Hi, Kevin. This took place in Santa Fe in 2019. Kevin's family lived in a modest 2-story home on the east side of town. The house was old but well maintained, built sometime in the 70s with a very distinct Southwest charm.
Yeah, Tex-Mex. Tex-Mex is where it originated, I think.
Tex-Mex is pretty delicious.
Yeah.
Like a good Tex-Mex burrito.
Yeah.
But you don't like ground meat.
What? I like ground meat. I don't like taco seasoning.
Okay.
I like taco seasoning. I like ground meat.
You could probably get away with that in Tex-Mex. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do. We make tacos in my house with ground meat.
No seasoning. Unseasoned ground meat.
No, I really hold back on
I
cumin.
put a little water.
I don't like cumin very much. But I do chili. I do pepper and salt and other stuff. Other stuff's in there.
There's just a little container that's called the other stuff.
I'm white.
After at the end of the day, when he cleans off the counter, he just pushes it into that little jar. The other stuff.
I can keep using this other stuff.
So his mom's bedroom was at the end of the upstairs hallway, and against the far wall sat a very ornate vanity that she'd inherited from her grandmother. It was beautiful in a vintage sort of way. Dark wood with intricate carvings along the frame, 3 hinged mirrors that could be angled to see yourself from different perspectives, and a cushioned stool tucked underneath.
I'm so stupid, like an old makeup table.
Like, yeah, that'd be a great place to do your makeup.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kevin had always felt uneasy around it, even as a small child, though he couldn't explain why. But then he quickly understood. The first time he saw it, he was around 8 or 9 years old. He wandered into his mom's room looking for her, but she wasn't there. The late afternoon sun was streaming through the window, casting long shadows across the floor, and Kevin found himself standing in front of the vanity. He looked at his reflection in the center mirror, and then glanced at the angled side mirrors out of curiosity, and that is where it appeared. In the left mirror, just behind his own reflection, stood a dark figure. It was tall, impossibly thin, its body nothing more than a black silhouette, but its mouth was just wrong.
Oof.
Rows of jagged teeth, sharp and irregular, like broken glass, and this thing was smiling at Kevin. He froze, catching his breath, and then he squeezed his eyes shut and ran from the room, his heart pounding so hard that he thought it was literally going to burst.
That is so scary. That could be two very different scenes in different movies. Like in a comedy, very funny. He runs, some music, he falls. But in a horror movie, he closes his eyes, runs, and trips. That could be terrifying.
Well, you're putting the tripping part in.
I added tripping. I know.
He doesn't have your ankles, bro.
The idea of running with your eyes shut is scary to me.
If you would have went on Kashi and put minus 300 on Kevin tripping, you win.
Dude, but that's so scary. Also, I do think this shadow person has some things to say about the fashion industry because she is unnaturally thin.
Oh, you think it's a she?
You know what? The Vanity, the place where makeup is done, the unnatural thin standards of the beauty world, I think it's making a statement here. I think it's she.
I like the I do say, too, by the way. When he later told his mom about it, she horror movie dadded him and assured him that it was just his imagination or the trick of a light.
Yeah, I mean, I get all the time I'm driving, I see shadow people on the side of the road with their teeth.
Especially when the sun is setting, that light tricks you. It's kind of like the California Watchers, but we don't got to go into that.
I don't think so.
Now, Kevin wanted to believe her, but he never went near that vanity again. He's like, "Nerp, I'm out. No, thank you."
As he should.
Yeah. So for years, he avoided this room, the whole room entirely, making excuses whenever she asked him to grab something from there. But, do you have an excuse idea?
Yeah, I'm sick. I can't get it.
Can you grab my makeup thing?
Yeah, he's like, no.
Oh, here, do the neck thing again.
Oh. That's good timing.
Got you. But when Kevin turned 15, something changed. It was a Saturday night in October, and his mom had gone to bed early with a headache. Kevin was supposed to bring her a glass of water and her migraine medication from the bathroom cabinet. So he filled the glass of water in the kitchen, grabbed the pills, and headed upstairs, trying to gather himself to go into this room. Now, his mom was already asleep. The room was dark except for this little bedside lamp. So Kevin just set the water down, set the pills down, and tried to leave quietly. But as he passed the vanity, he made the mistake of glancing in it again. The center mirror reflected the room behind him. But again, in the left-angled mirror, he saw it. The creature, this dark figure with the jagged teeth, only this time it wasn't just standing there. It was pressed up against the glass, as if it was trying to break through and get on the other side. Its mouth was wide. He was looking at his teeth, and Kevin's legs just feel like lead, like frozen in place, couldn't move, couldn't look away, couldn't breathe. And the hands of this creature were pressed against the surface of the mirror, and Kevin watched in horror as the glass almost began to shake, as if it was truly coming through the glass. A low guttural sound filled the room, not quite like a growl, but not like a whisper, but something in between, and it actually made his mom stir for a second. Now, she didn't wake up, but she stirred. And when he looked back, the figure just was pushing harder on the glass. And for whatever reason, Kevin's paralysis finally broke. He stumbled backwards, ran out of there, and when he looked back, the room was normal.
Oh, my God. It's the second time you've seen it. Why is he just presenting to him?
So he just kept running. So like, bye,
Yeah.
Mom.
Yeah.
Have fun with that
Well,
thing.
she's been in the room for years at this point, right? It just doesn't bother
She just
her.
thinks that's her reflection.
Yeah.
That's why she spends all the time in front of the vanity. She's like, it's just
I really got to go to the dentist.
insurance. So he never told his mom. He was afraid that she would think he was crazy or she would investigate it and something bad would happen.
Yeah.
So he said nothing. He just told us. Thank you, Kevin.
But it's not the end.
That's the end.
No way. That's the end? That's the end.
It was 7 years ago, so hopefully everything's all right.
What happened? What happened? Does she still have it? Is your mom what? I can't believe that's the end of the story. I'm flabbergasted.
Maybe they moved. Maybe they moved.
And took the vanity with them?
Well, I hope not.
Why is the left side? What does that mean? Is that because the left-hand path of magic is the strongest? Is that what that's trying to say?
I'm sure that's exactly what it is. I'm glad you said it because I didn't want to be the one to say that.
You don't want to say it.
No, I'm glad you said it. Thank
Maybe
you.
that's what it's trying to say. The left-hand path of magic is what leads to these shadows, monsters. But if there was a path of magic I would follow, it'd probably be the left-hand path because I think that's the best one. But
Well, people look left or right. So maybe he's like, if I'm in the left panel, you're most likely to see me first. Or the mirror's reversed and he's on the right and he's like, I'm going to get you last. And he doesn't even know he's in the first one.
the monster is so scary.
Very creepy. Very creepy. But yeah, that is Kevin's story. I hope you're alive.
I don't like that.
Noah, do you like my Leon?
He doesn't even know what that is.
He knows who Leon is.
I don't know. Maybe he doesn't.
Look him up.
Man with shotgun.
All right, our last story comes to us from Sarah in California in 2015.
Nice. Very good. Very good year.
So this took place when Sarah was about 10 or 11 years old. So Sarah's mother's side was Mescalero Apache from Texas.
Howdy.
Howdy. Her great-grandfather was a medicine man, and from what she had been told, he had psychic abilities. Like psych, but
Yeah.
for real. He would say things that wouldn't make sense, and before he died, Her mom said they used to joke that he was just senile.
He's like, pass the butter. And then you look 10 years later, the butter needed to be passed.
If you didn't pass the butter, the whole town would have exploded. And I also really like butter on my biscuits. Because of him, her cousins and she were always told that there would be one child in every family that would be chosen. Be LeBron James.
Or Frodo Baggins.
Frodo.
If you will.
They have, it depends on the height, truly.
Very
true.
true.
The foot, feet, hair.
I like to see Frodo Baggins with LeBron James.
Let's get Elijah Wood on the podcast. He was in the faculty.
I'd
talking
love
about that.
to get Elijah Wood on the podcast.
He's our height.
If you listen to the show, come on.
You're welcome anytime. So he was saying they would have a sixth sense and be sensitive to the supernatural. And so far, allegedly, it had been proven true. Every one of her aunts and uncles had a child that saw things, felt things, or knew things. And Sarah was that person in her family. She said it's hard to explain, and she never really talked about it to outsiders except for all of us.
I feel included and welcome. Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate it.
She said the good thing about having a big family was always having people to talk to about your weirdness. So at least the neighborhood kids never had to hear about how their grandma who passed away last year was still sitting in the rose garden.
Why in the rose garden? Oh, it'd be so scary.
Just to warn you about the prickers every time you go, look, watch out for the prickers.
Fun fact about me. I just planted 2 rose bushes in my front yard. I hope they survive and do well.
Anyway, because of this, her mother always tried to shield her because she was the chosen one. She saw the spookies. Mm-hmm. So even though they weren't religious, she would make Sarah wear a cross necklace all day, every day. All day. Every day. No matter what.
I used to wear a cross necklace in middle school. I wore that.
Middle school?
Mm-hmm.
You were actually protected then?
I guess so.
I guess so.
According to Sarah.
Like all day, shower, school, gym class, sports activities, sleep, she wore it. So one Saturday morning, Sarah woke up to her parents waiting for her with breakfast.
Nice.
She walked in the room to get some food, and her mom was just sitting there looking worried. She looked at Sarah like she was about to tell her that their dog ran away. Not that he did. That was the expression. Like a bad news look.
Okay, I got you.
And she said, "Where is your necklace?" Feeling for the chain around her neck, Sarah said, "Yeah, it's right here." But even though she didn't believe in the purpose of a cross, she understood that her family was superstitious, so she respected them and never took it off.
Sure.
But when she pulled the chain at her neckline, she realized that the cross was gone.
She got her chain snatched?
The cross snatched.
Yeah.
And so she's like, I guess it just must have fell off. Immediately, her mom ran up to her room and started looking through her blankets. Now, this felt like a huge overreaction to Sarah.
Yeah, me too.
She's like, what's going on? It's just, the pendant fell off. I'm still wearing the necklace. We'll find it. What's the big deal?
Well, it's like, I don't have an example there.
She's like, it's probably in the pillow or under a blanket. Yeah. They'd find it, slip it back on. It's all good. But her mom searched and searched. She shook out Sarah's blankets, took the sheets off, literally lifted the mattress.
Okay.
At some point, she called Sarah's dad over and told him to take everything outside.
That's a lot.
Outside the room.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought you meant like outside into the garden.
Burn it.
Yeah, burn it all.
She didn't understand. Again, she's like, it's just a necklace.
Yeah, she's like, go to the mall and get like 2 more.
Within 20 minutes, her entire bed was out in the hallway.
Bruh.
Her parents looked all over the floor in the corners, but the cross was nowhere to be found.
They need to explain what's going on right now.
Her mom was upset, and while her brother and Sarah just stood there confused, they started to worry. Her parents went into the room for what felt like forever. So naturally, her brother and her went in the bathroom nearby and put their ear up against the wall to listen. And her mom was crying, and they were talking in hushed tones so they couldn't hear the whole conversation. From what they could gather, her mom had a really bad dream about Sarah. And for members of the family, dreams were more than dreams. They were omens, messages, warnings.
Dinging from the omen, if you
sometimes just dreams, but sometimes more than that. And this dream qualified for that. This was more. She dreamed that something came into the house and took Sarah the same night that the cross was missing. That was the bad news that she was going to tell her. And she kept saying, he came for her, he came for her, he came for her.
Does she know who he is?
Sarah? No, she's listening through a wall.
Does her mom know who he is?
We
don't. Okay, we'll see.
Yes. And from the vibe that she got, she wasn't referring to a man, not a human.
No.
So she was immediately in the supernatural, paranormal realm of things. And just that phrase, he came for her, was just like swirling around in her head. So that day, her dad put extra locks on all the doors, and her mom hung small crosses on every doorway. Sarah remembered that her uncle came over and brought her a new cross necklace.
Nice. Good. He went to Claire's.
Claire, well, come on, give him a little Gazelles. Give him a little credit here. He went to Justice. Timu.
He went to Jared.
He tried to act like it was a random present. Oh, you over here, Sarah?
Weird, look what I got.
Happy 3 months from your birthday. But he asked her to be very careful with it.
Yeah.
And to never take it off no matter what.
Don't make me get another one.
And to be kind to her mother, because she was scared, she accepted it and put it on. Years later, when she was older, her uncle told Sarah that her mom believed something dark was coming for her. Her grandfather told her that her daughter would be safe as long as she was protected with a cross. And he told her this when her mom was a teenager.
Okay.
So imagine you're a teenager and your father is like, your daughter will only be safe if she wears this cross. And you're like 16, 17.
Yeah.
So now as an adult, you have a daughter, which she called the gender.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, she has a brother too.
He was a psychic man.
He was the seer. He wanted the butter.
Man,
Pass the butter and do not take that cross off Sarah's neck.
My dad said some pretty wild stuff when I was a kid, but he never said, like, your future children will be cursed.
He's like, and she's going to be named Sarah. And now you kind of feel a little bit pressured to name her Sarah.
Yeah, you have to name her Sarah.
He didn't say that, but he might have.
He might have thought it. My dad's like, my son's name will be Bubba Ray. And my mom was like, fuck no.
Devon Dudley. According to her uncle, the only way this thing, could touch her was if she was unprotected. Her dad and her uncle died a few years after that, so she couldn't get answers from them. And to this day, when she asks her mom about this dream, she doesn't answer.
Come on.
She says, oh, it was such a long time ago, or sometimes she plays it off like she doesn't even remember.
Sarah's mom?
Sarah does not believe. Sarah does not believe that she doesn't remember. Because she's like, how do you not remember the day you guys spent all day ripping my room apart finding this necklace? So Sarah thinks about this often. By 9th grade, the shadow went away because she did see shadow people. To be honest, it was only a few days after her grandpa died that Sarah had this feeling that all the shadow figures were like gone. And in her mind, it's like her grandpa was actually protecting her. I mean, and kind of keeping things at bay.
You think he stayed to protect? Like, call me back one more time. Gotta lace up and fight.
So that is Sarah's story.
Okay.
So we got E's story, we got Kevin's story, we have Sarah's story. We have the discussion.
You brought this up on Patreon last night. I forgot what we were talking about. One of Ben's stories, I think. And I'm referring to Do You Believe the Bizarre, where Ben tells us 3 stories.
Oh, are you telling all of us this? Are you telling me this or all of us?
All of us.
Oh, okay.
Everyone here.
Hi, everyone.
But you brought this up yesterday about a story reminded you of the Japanese woman.
The tall woman.
This reminded me of that.
Yeah, I could see that for
Very
sure.
Very much so.
For sure.
Protection, the thing coming for her. I don't want to put this. I wish you would have seen an 8-foot tall woman.
She did see shadow people, and it's so funny because like she was the chosen one.
Yeah,
she saw spirits.
She's Luke Skywalker.
She saw her grandma in the rose garden. She saw shadow figures.
Yeah,
but what she felt compelled enough to write about that scared her so much was a dream that she didn't even have.
Yeah,
like that can, because you might come away from that story being like, so it's just a dream, but you got to understand. Someone wrote to us. Sarah wrote to us, and she sees shadow figures and spirits, but she felt compelled enough by this dream.
Yes. That
her mom had and just how they reacted. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So it's pretty powerful.
I think it really is powerful. We skipped E. Let's go back to E.
So E, we got the Stanley Hotel. We got lights flickering. We have giggling, and we have lights flickering in a camera that they didn't see with their naked eyes. And
the cigar smoke too, right?
And the cigar smoke.
I think so. Smell is very powerful with ghosts. I think that's a very strong smell. I think that's associated with ghosts for a strong reason because it's, I don't want to say easy to make, because it's so distinctive and smells so good. Cigar smoke, I think, is a telltale sign. That and perfume are telltale signs of ghosts.
Scent is so crazy. Nothing will take me back to a specific moment more than scent, but it happens very rarely because I don't have a great sense of smell.
I truly believe everyone has one sense that they are really good with. My sense is ears. Like I can hear really well. My eyes suck. My nose is fine. My taste is fine.
I think I touch good.
Touch good?
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, I'm colorblind and I wear contacts. My hearing is shot.
Yeah.
And
You
I
don't
can't
think you can
smell
smell
ve-
very well. Maybe it's taste.
No,
Maybe it's
because
touch.
some people can taste things and decipher all the different ingredients. I can't do that.
Yeah, I can't do that either. As much as I like cooking, which I do enjoy cooking very much.
Same.
No, I think my special sense is hearing.
But scent is crazy. There was a air freshener for my car that I had in 2015 when I first bought my car.
Mm-hmm.
And I went almost 10 years without buying it again. And I bought it and put it in. And as I did, it literally brought me back to summer of 2015 in like a second.
I mean, I'm sure you've heard about this in your education about psychology. Like that scent is directly linked to memories.
Yeah, triggers. Yeah. And it doesn't happen often though, but I always appreciate when it does. Because normally it's not a bad scent, thankfully. Yeah. I know some people. But so where does this land on our believability scale, which goes believable, viable, skeptical, unbelievable for you? Yeah. Keeping in mind that the Stanley Hotel is allegedly haunted.
I was going to say, it's supposed to be a very haunted hotel. It inspired The Shining because Stephen King stayed there as a child and did inspire him for this story. I looked it up. It was not Ben Stiller. I was wrong. It was Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey had an experience there. He ran out of the hotel. He never went back and never talked about it. Maybe he'll tell me about it one day.
One day.
But I go believable 100%. The evidence on the camera, I think you're right, is dubious because it's a camera. Stuff like that happens. But the smell and the little girl giggling in an insanely haunted hotel, I think are pretty telltale signs of a haunting.
If this was any location, I would go skeptical. But because it's in an incredibly haunted location, I'll go viable.
So do you have a lingering question for us?
Lingering question for Kevin's story. Do we think the Vanity is haunted? Do we think the mother is haunted? Or do we think the house is haunted?
We can't really go into it, right?
Yeah, why not? This is the discussion.
Well, it's a lingering question. I don't want to go on everyone's toes.
We don't really discuss it in the next episode, though.
You're right.
We just read your responses.
I don't want to color anybody's opinion.
They're not going to.
Well,
they don't need us.
I might. So I might color somebody's opinion. I think it's the Vanity. Personally, the way this thing acts in the Vanity, the way trying to almost escape it, it feels like it's trapped in there.
The only reason I was thinking maybe it was attached to the mom is because if it's just the Vanity and it's not unique to anyone else in the house, how does she live in there and cope and just not see it? Like, unless it truly just presents itself to him,
it doesn't present itself to the mother.
Yeah, but then it feels like it's more about him than the Vanity.
Or what if it does present itself to the mother, but not that way? What if it presents itself as like almost like a con's presence? Like, what if it's like doing the long con with her?
I think then when her son said he saw something in the mirror, I feel like she would have a different reaction. But he was also 9, so she might have had a reaction. He just might not have read it.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me think of Oculus.
Yeah.
When the dad and the mom start getting obsessed and they start behaving strange. And
that movie was very scary.
I loved Oculus. That's a top 5 movie for me. Horror movie, not.
I think it's been long enough I've seen that since I could probably get surprised again.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems weird that something this terrifying, that he was like 2 for 2 in seeing it, but the mom just sleeps in there all the time and never saw anything. Like, I don't know. I could totally see why you think it's the Vanity because it's in the Vanity. Yeah. It was literally trying to break out of the Vanity.
Yeah.
So it makes most sense that it is the Vanity. But the mom having no fear and no reaction and sleeping comfortably in that room makes me feel like, is she getting anything from it?
Or hear me out, right? What if it is also feeding off her? It gives her migraines, give her headaches. She had special migraine medicine. So obviously isn't the first time. It is feeding off of her, but it doesn't present itself to her because it's aware enough to know that she is an adult and she will get rid of the Vanity. It's also aware enough to know that as Kevin's a child, it can scare the fuck out of him, but can't do anything about it.
Man, what if it would have got out of the Vanity?
I don't know. Probably would have ate his soul. That's all I'm saying.
So, okay. So now we know the story. We have our thoughts on it in the Vanity. Where do you put this on the believability scale? Yeah, I know. At first it felt obvious, but then you're like, yeah.
Viable. I go viable.
Yeah, I agree. And that's not that I think Kevin's lying. I think it's just, it could dip into unreliable child.
Narration from a child. Could be. I don't think so, but.
And then we got Sarah and the necklace and the dream and the shadow figures and the grandma in the rose garden. And
These stories that you gave us.
Oh, sorry. I just want to say this because for some reason it feels important. That vanity, it was at the beginning of the story, that was inherited by the grandmother. The mom inherited from the grandmother.
Oh, so
it's been in the family.
This thing's been in the family. What if it's the reason? I don't know. That's so scary. I don't know why that's scarier than that she bought it.
Sorry. Yeah.
That's okay.
So Sarah.
Sarah, I was going to say, you've presented 3 stories, I would say, with unsatisfactory endings.
I'll start lying next time.
I feel like you picked
and then
stories.
she said, "Go away." And the shadow figure was like, "Mubby."
I don't know, man. Like, it's okay. It's
Y'all
okay.
got any horses?
It just gives itself some credence that these are real. You know, it does give more weight to these stories because not everything has an ending.
Yeah, and this one being literally about a dream, but just seeing how people react is so important. And it doesn't make it true, but it makes it true to them.
Yeah.
And to tear apart a room because you're that afraid because of things her father said, and then just like this dream you had, lining up with things that your father said, and then the same night you have this dream, your daughter loses the necklace pendant. Like,
yeah. To quote the band Bill Murray, if I bleed on the house, I'm gonna have to clean it up. And what that means is you put the work in, you destroy something, you're gonna have to fix it.
Unless they're just like, all right, Sarah, clean this shit up.
Oh my God, you know how mad I would be? But anyway, my point
and it was just in the shower.
Huh? Oh, the shower, the pendant?
Yeah, it was in the shower. By the way, we never found it.
They never found it. I assume she lost it at school or something. I don't know. Or his thing snuck into a room in the middle of the night and took it.
Snatched it.
Those long fingers like the Coraline mother. Just,
I'm going to the pawn shop.
I could get a quick $5.
I'm going to buy a Wii.
I mean, it's terrifying. The hold. I mean, I believe if anyone's psychic, a medicine man was. You know, I do think he probably had this ability. He was fearful for his family and tried his best to protect them as much as he could.
Nothing crazy. Like, when you step back, nothing crazy happened.
No.
She had a dream, lost the necklace, and they reacted to that.
Mm-hmm.
So, and she said she saw, like, some spirits and things. So,
casually.
There's really nothing to not believe because
well,
they're not claiming anything happened.
Do you believe there was a threat, I guess, is where that comes from.
But that's not what we're, that's not what I'm ranking here.
What are you ranking then?
Whether the story, like, if it happened?
Oh,
if she had a bad, you know what I mean?
I'm sure it happened.
Is that, now maybe that's a cop-out.
I think it's a cop-out, bro. I think you got to go if there's actually a threat ever. I think there was. Personally, I think there was a threat, and I go believable.
I'll join you. Believable.
Hell yeah.
So that is our episode, The Creature in the Vanity. Very spooky.
Yeah.
I put it in the middle, too.
Very creepy story.
Put that one in the middle like
What's
a
it,
nice
Kevin's story?
Sandwich.
Is Kevin, I hope you're still listening. I want to talk to you about that story.
Hi, Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
Hi. I hope you get that reference.
So thank you guys so much. We appreciate you. Reminder, if you want to see our first ever live performance, it is June 13th in Ada, Ohio. We will be performing with Cryptids of the Corn.
For the first time. For the first time. I cannot stress that enough. We're going to try out a new material, new setup for you. It's just, I'm really excited because it's all new. It's all like we're unboxing the presents on Christmas. I feel like a kid.
Yeah, I'm really sick, but I can't show my expressions right now, but I am also excited.
Oh, would you do Botox?
Like my body's not reacted too well. I just did throat talks. Just if you are enjoying the podcast and you'd like to let us know about it, you can go to Apple and leave a one-time, oh man, that's great review. But if you're listening on Spotify, you can comment on every single episode.
That's true. You can. What did they say on Spotify recently, Tyler?
Recently, Connor said, as a Cornishman, listening to you do a British accent for us is painful.
That's the point, bro.
Other than that, good episode.
That's the point.
Megs said, if you like geese, you definitely never met a Canadian goose. Those things are evil.
Who said they like geese? Was it me?
No, I like geese.
I'd like to eat a goose.
Dairy Dancer said, love the Neopets reference. Haha, multi-billionaire on Neopets here. I loved my Blummaroo, and I know that he's famished.
Famished. Sometimes it's got to leave him that way. I do also want to say Patreon, or free on Patreon. Anyone can join Patreon. It's just your email. We do a monthly book club. this month we're doing, it's almost time for, you're probably not going to get this on time because it's May 1st. We're doing Dungeon Crawler Carl, book 1. I ate it up. It was so quick. I actually started the second one. Is really good.
You gotta be careful though, because when you discuss the first one, you can't accidentally slip in.
I had the thought. I definitely had the thought, but I was like, you know what? I know where it ends.
Like, you know how you guys made your spoiler, and everyone's just like,
No,
what?
there's a distinct ending. I know it won't slip past that.
Okay.
I really enjoyed it. I can't wait to talk to you all about it, especially those I know are coming already. And then we do a poll every month for our next book. So I think you can still vote, even if you're free on Patreon, you can still vote.
Well, hopefully, because you can.
I think you can. I try to keep it in the horror genre, but it branches out. Like, this is obviously not horror, but it's not a spoiler. It's aliens.
Do some Goosebumps.
What? Goosebumps? No, we do more mature books.
Mature.
Like Alex actually recommended one called Head Full of Ghosts. I've told you about that book
Yeah,
before.
you guys have both talked about that one.
It's a good one. I put that one on the list. There's so many books I have on there. And I'm excited to talk to you all about them. I just want to remind you, if you want to read a book and talk to me and some other people, like-minded people about literature, please join.
And reminder, if you're a paid member, which can literally just be $2 a month, our monthly live and bizarre live streams are happening, and there are spooky stories, giveaways, and Q&A, and just, it's very laid back, kick your shoes off, chill, casual, live stream.
I can't get over how excited I am for this community to grow and to really get some roots, and how connected to each other we're going to be.
Big old branches.
Big branch. It's a big old force. It's like Pandora from
so big.
Avatar the Last Air. Nope. Avatar, the Avatar.
Bird's going to be going like this, looking like I'm going to build my nest on that big old branch.
That's right.
But thank you guys so much for listening, supporting, watching, engaging with the podcast. It means so much to us. Thank you as always. I'm Tyler.
And I'm Charlie.
And catch us next week on Believing the Bizarre.
A podcast as bizarre as you are.